Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for answers from John Burgess. That's right, here I am on John Burgess's channel. What is even going on right now? It's so strange to be on someone else's channel. It's the first time that I've ever been a guest on someone else's channel. John, I appreciate it so much that you invited me onto your channel to do this. Feels kind of different in the Wolf Lair today, honestly. I got to tell you, it's a very strange feeling. It feels very, very Canadian in the Wolf Lair today. It's kind of creepy, but I'm just going to roll with it. I think it'll be okay. In all seriousness, John, thank you so much. I have never been a guest on anyone's channel. It's pretty awesome that you asked me to do this, and John is a wonderful person. John is one of the first people to subscribe to my channel. He's been with the channel for a very long time, and he's been tremendously generous to me. He leaves comments all the time. He has sent me things. He emails me. He's just a wonderful person and a wonderful member of the card community, and it's very fitting in a lot of ways that I get to do this, and that John's channel is the first one that I get to be a guest star on, because John's been with my channel for a very, very long time, and so I really appreciate that, John, and I really appreciate everything that you do in the hobby and in the community. It means quite a lot. And doing this where, I get to come on your channel and goof around and cause all kinds of problems, that is awesome, because, it's not enough that I get to do that on my channel. It's even better that I get to do that on somebody else's channel now. So that is pretty awesome. So the way this works is I'm going to ask John 3 questions. Well, that's not very many questions. All right, I'll have to make these count then, I guess. I mean, only 3 questions. Thought I got to ask I had a whole sheet prepared for this. John had mentioned that because he shows his face on his channel, he really wanted me to show my face on this video that will be on his channel, and I told him I wasn't going to do that, but that I would do something else. And so to represent me, it's Little Wolfie. Little Wolfie is ever present on my channel, so it makes sense that he would represent me. And then to represent John is going to be Little Nomi, who has a beard very much like John, and John dresses like this quite a lot too. So this is actually quite lifelike. So, these two will represent, it's really, if this looks a lot like Meet the Press, that's because it really, that's what's going to happen here. There's going to be some hard-hitting questions. We're going to put John on the spot, and we're going to make him respond. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. John is in Canada. I am in the United States. So in order to make this episode happen, first of all, we had to make sure that the Card Wolf satellite network was up and running, and that everything was ready to go. As you know, it is always broadcasting my channel everywhere, and now it's broadcasting John's as well, at least for this episode. So that is all set. And then we had to sign a whole lot of paperwork that Canada and the United States had to allow this to happen at some sort of international communications maritime treaty situation that we had to do all kinds of stuff. We had to give DNA samples and take a blood test, and there was a lot that went into this episode. You guys don't even know. It was grueling, quite honestly. But John really wanted to do this, and I really wanted to do it, and so we said, whatever needs to happen. I think I've actually technically now been adopted by the Trudeau family. You guys will have to check the fine print in the contract, but I'm pretty sure that is actually what has taken place now. And as I said, there was some sort of maritime involvement because John lives near a bay up there, and I live, not too far from the Great Salt Lake, so that brought into play some sort of seafaring situation. I don't really understand it, honestly. Contract law is not my thing. Math is obviously not my thing. There was a lot of that involved too, because they had to measure how far apart we were and where the border was between our countries, and I had to take a test about Canadian geography, which was quite enlightening to me. I did not know that one of their provinces is Narnia. Was not aware of that, but now I know, and it's very, very interesting to know just what goes on up in the Great White North there. So I'm enlightened now, and I'm delighted to be doing this, John. Again, thank you for inviting me. Hopefully you won't already regret this Hopefully, other people might invite me to be on their channel. Probably not after the debacle that will surely be this episode, but keep an open mind. I mean, maybe it could be enjoyable. All right, John, so I have a list of questions. As I said, I'm going to have to just narrow it to 3, which is rough. But let's see now. Let's see what I can do here. I think this is a good one. We'll start off with this one. So here's me and John looking very serious, and I'm going to ask my question and preamble here the way I always do. All right, John, here's my first question. If you could have one superpower that you don't already have, because I know you have an array of them already, this would be a superpower that you don't already have. If you could have one new superpower, what would it be?
Well, hi there, Cardwolf. Thanks for that great introduction. Man, I'm going to tell you something. There's a reason why I've been subscribed and commented on your stuff. You are hilarious. Great humor guy. Definitely, I'm honored that you would do this with me. So, first of all, you don't want to be part of the Trudeau family. No. That's what I'm going to say about that. And make me a wizard. Beautiful. Everybody knows I'm a wizard in my part-time job. So, your first question was an interesting one. What superpower would I have? The ability to control other people's minds. Imagine all the subscribers I would have and all the views I would have if I could do that. How many autographs I could get? Easy. All the people who don't sign, just a little thinking, and I would get their autograph. Take a little bit of the difficulty out of getting autographs, a little bit of the fun out of it maybe, but that's the answer.
That was very enlightening, John. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this are going to be imagining you with that superpower now for years to come. Every time they look at you on your channel, they're going to be thinking, oh, yeah. And they'll be thinking about you using that superpower, which, I got to say, it was a surprising choice. I wouldn't have guessed that myself, but it makes sense. I gotta hand it to you. You clearly put some thought into that, and that's what we want here. Difficult questions, hard-hitting answers, and honest and truthful answers from John Burgess, the Canadian gnome. So I have, again, I'm not good at math, but I think I have 2 more questions that I get to answer, or no, I don't get to answer them. That's the thing. I guess I could answer these questions too if I wanted to. I guess if I had a superpower, if I got to choose, wow, that's a tough question. I guess I would choose to be John Burgess. I think that's a superpower that everybody would want, and that's one that I would want for sure. I think that's what I would go for. So there's my answer for that. So I guess I'll go on to my next question here now. John, if anybody who watches your channel knows that you have a lot of tattoos. And so what I'm curious about is I'd like you to choose one of your tattoos, not one of the private ones that's in like a sensitive area. I don't want to see that. I don't think many people do, honestly. So let's not choose one of those, but one of your more visible tattoos, if I may put it that way. Choose one of those tattoos and tell us the story behind why you chose that tattoo. I would personally like to know just one of them, one of the more visible ones, and let us know why you got that, like what your story is behind that, why you made that decision about that.
So, another great question. What is my favorite tattoo and why? Well, I gotta stand up for this one. It's my fish tattoo representing my dad, who passed away in 2014. We used to go fishing all the time, and I still love fishing. But this is my favorite tattoo by far. I could have picked my daughter's tattoos, my Care Bear for my youngest daughter, and my eagle for my oldest daughter. But I'm going to pick this one, 1954 to 2014. My dad, rest in peace, Bass. I also have a shirt that you've seen on this channel that has this on it. It's not where I got the tattoo. I got this tattoo and then I found a shirt with the same logo on it and I had to get it. Great question so far.
That was very revealing, John, and I certainly appreciate that. That was a really good answer for that. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. That's why I'm asking these questions, to learn more about your character, to learn more about the enigma that is John Burgess, the autograph fisherman. Thank you for answering my second question, John. I'm really grateful for that. And again, I only get to ask three questions, and many of you probably don't know this either, but John also grants 3 wishes, but you have to rub his belly. And since I'm in the United States and he's in Narnia, Canada, wherever he is, I have no idea, but he's not in the United States. He's not actually allowed to be in the United States. I found that out in the process of signing all the contracts and treaties and agreements to make this episode happen. I don't know what he did. I should ask him, but I don't know what he did to make that, person non grata here in the U.S., which makes no sense. I mean, if anything, John Burgess should be like an ambassador from Canada to the U.S., a hobby ambassador. I'm going to petition somebody here in the United States, whoever that is. Little Wolfie and I are going to get on that. And we're going to petition somebody to see if John can be named that. Though I would imagine we can't name him that as a Canadian ambassador. Probably the Trudeaus would have to. They're the royal family in Canada, I believe, and they would have to name him an ambassador. So maybe I'll write to the Trudeau monarchy and ask them and see if they'll approve that, or maybe just allow him to come to the United States again, because I think he would like to. I don't know. Maybe. It's hard to know with John. He's very mysterious, which is why he's allowing us to ask him these questions of things that people have always wanted to know about him and about his just how he lives and what he does up there in Narnia. So I've got one more question left. And before I do that, since I don't think I get to respond after John answers his third question, which feels, I don't know, kind of like I should get to respond then, but I guess not. I don't have any tattoos, by the way. That's why I couldn't answer my second question myself, because I don't have any. Little known fact about Cardwolf, no tattoos. Not yet, anyway. There are a few I'm thinking about getting. One will be John Burgess's nickname right here. Another one, well, I'm not going to get into it. It's a long list of things that I would like to get inked on my body, but, that's private. I'm not going to get into that. It's not Ask Cardwolf anything, it's Ask John Burgess anything, which is confusing because I'm talking, but I'm on John Burgess's channel. I still can't get over that. It's very, very strange. It feels very global to be doing this episode. Anyway, third question for John. And once again, John, thank you so much for letting me come and visit your channel and wreak havoc and ask you these questions. I just appreciate it very much. It's a true honor for me, and I'm very serious about that. It is a genuine honor to be asked and to get to be on your channel and just cause all these problems the way I usually do. So my third question for you, John, is, and this one is actually sports related, unlike my first two. This one is actually sports related. My third question is, of all currently playing hockey players, all players that are actually still playing and have not retired, who do you think are the 3 greatest players?
Funny you mentioned that I can't go into the U.S. Truth is, I really can't. Long story that I'm not going to get into right here, right now, probably ever. But yeah. My all-time favorite current players, I've got MVP cards of them, and I'll show you. Now, I'm going to get lots of flack for this, I know it. There's lots of great players, but these are my favorite ones. I have to go with Malkin as my number 3. Pittsburgh Penguin, probably the best Penguin, only good Penguin on the team. Sorry Zach, sorry Callie and Jordan and all the other Pittsburgh Penguin fans. My second, Johnny Gaudreau. Former Flame, unhappy that he's not a Flame anymore. But what can you do in today's style of teams where everybody moves around like crazy? Another ex-Flame, my favorite player, current player, Matthew Tkachuk. Another player that I'm sad to see leave Calgary, but I'm glad he got on a team that almost made it to the finals. Florida Panthers. Miss you, Johnny, miss you, Matthew. But here's my favorite current hockey player. So Cardwell, his link will be in the title. Definitely worth a look at. Man, memories are made by YouTube. Friends are made by YouTube. Let's grow the community together. And what can I say about Cardwell? If you don't know him, you've been living under a rock. He's the most generous guy on YouTube, doing giveaways every 100 subscribers and pack battles with Average Joe, but joking with dice. Now that is a video series that you have to check out. Most fun you can get. So thank you again, Cardwell, for coming on. This has been a lot of fun. Most of this video will be Cardwell, and you know what? I love it. So I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on collecting. Bye.